sorry? 150 when?
When we
Am I gonna get a
revisit,
notice to return?
yes, you'll get a notice, and I'm telling you, I reset this matter for 30 days, so we can rehearing within 30 days.
He knows there's a pile in there. This is just unnecessary walking around, but thank you.
Thank you, sir. Oh, this is his. Officer, this is his. I'm sorry. Hmm? Give it to the city attorney. This is his interpretation of a mooring. Next case.
Item number 42. Item number 42, Officer S. Baptiste, customer Jimenez.
Victor,
Case number CEBPR 2017-00105.
take your time, sir. Do you want to sit down? Why don't you sit down and you can speak to us through the interpreter.
¿Quiere sentarse o quiere parar?
He can sit
No,
down.
Yo trato.
Okay,
Stay here.
all right.
Sí.
Please state your full name for the
Diga
record.
su nombre.
Víctor Jiminian.
Víctor Jimenian.
Thank you.
Ernst Baptist, City North Miami, Code Enforcement Officer. Case that was open back in June 2017 for converting a shed into a living quarter.
Por convertir ese cuartito en un lugar para vivir, ese shed en un cuarto para vivir.
Um, I posted the property on the 23rd of
He estado en la propiedad del
February
23 de febrero,
and took picture.
tomé fotos
I have pictures showing
y las fotos muestran
the living quarter
el
of
lugar
the,
donde se
the
puede
shed being
vivir,
converted.
que ese lugar fue convertido en un lugar para vivir. ¿Reconoce la foto? Yes, yes.
Correcto, sí.
Yes.
Mr. Is it Himinian?
Señor, ¿cuál es su apellido?
Jiminian.
Jimenian.
Okay. Is this your property?
Sí, señora.
All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Do you understand the violation?
¿Entiende la violación?
Sí, señora.
I do, yes.
Okay. Do you know what you need to do to fix the violation?
¿Sabe lo que tiene que hacer para arreglar la violación?
Bueno, buscar un contratista para que me limpie eso y lo haga como debe ser.
Yes, to find a contractor who can clean all that and leave it the way it needs to be, and do it the way it needs to be done.
Okay. And that he needs to pull a permit, whether or not
Yes.
he's going to.
Whether or not they're gonna,
Entonces, necesita sacar un permiso,
allow
está
it.
diciendo la juez.
but he need to go apply for a permit.
Tiene que ir a la
Bueno,
ciudad
no.
y aplicar por un permiso, dice el
Sí,
oficial.
está bien.
Okay. All right. And do you still have people living there?
He's living in there.
Él está viviendo allá.
The owner?
Yes.
El dueño vive allá.
Sir? Mr. Victor?
Víctor, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Yes.
What happened to the rest of the property?
He rented the property.
La propiedad otra está
Okay.
rentada, dice el oficial.
This is a shed?
Yes.
And you don't look like you're in good health, so you're,
Aparentemente usted no está de buena salud, ¿verdad?
No.
I am not.
okay. So you're really trying to get this done sooner rather than later, because you really should not be living in a shed.
Bueno, en realidad debería tratar de arreglar este problema lo más antes posible, porque en el estado usted no debería vivir en un cuartito así.
Está muy bien.
I understand.
All right. Okay, so I'm gonna give him time to pull a permit, I don't know if they're going to destroy it. I don't know if they're
30
gonna
days.
see that if it's up to code.
It's not gonna be.
It's not gonna be up to code. They're gonna have to tear it apart.
Yep.
Ajá.
Okay. All right, sir. I've entered an adjudication. I find in favor of the city. I'm gonna reset it in 30 days
Le doy 30 días.
No, que me dé 60 días.
to
I
see
would
where,
like to be given 60 days
Para tratar de conseguir un contratista para que me limpie todo eso. porque
in order to find a contractor to clean all that.
okay, so adjudication, 60 days.
Le está dando 60
Sir,
días.
if you come back in 60 days and I don't see that there is an
No veo que está hecho,
application
entonces,
with the city and we're moving forward trying to get this matter resolved,
entonces, si en 60 días no está esto
¿Cómo
resuelto,
dice?
I will,
60 días.
there will be a daily fine amount
En 60 días habrá una multa diaria. Si no
of
está-
$100.
I'm sorry,
100,
$100 por día.
Está bien.
okay?
I understand.
Get to work.
Póngase a trabajar.
¿Cómo?
Comience a hacerlo. Comience a
Sí,
hacerlo.
está muy bien, ok.
Fine, I will.
Okay, sir, good luck to you.
Ok,
Buena suerte.
ok,
All right.
gracias, ma.
All right.
Item number 47 and 48, Officer Wayne Clark, customer Jose L. Himnosa, case number CESOD 2018-0002 and CEZPU 2018-0006.
Good evening, sir. Please state your full name and relationship to the property.
No entiendo ni joda, hablo español, pero el inglés no lo entiendo.
Okay. Hmm?
Wayne's in the bathroom.
Ah, ok, gracias.
Who? He's
Se me joda porque estoy allá porque no tengo dinero.
Who you're talking about?
Ok, un segundito, espera un segundo.
Oh. Oh, here he is. Hmm?
Pensé que había un traductor.
Good evening, Wayne Clark,
Él va a
City of North
presentar el
Miami
caso.
Code Compliance.
Yo soy el oficial del código. Se está presentando.
I'm sorry, I wasn't here when you called the case. Which is it? I have two cases for him.
Jose, both of them.
Yo tengo dos
Yeah, but
casos.
which one?
The first one is CESOD 2018-0002.
Él dice
Okay,
que tiene
that's
dos
what I'm
casos.
This case was created because there was a fire on the property at first, and all of the
Fuego en la propiedad.
agencies were on the property. You had the fire department, the fire inspectors. I was there. The police were there because he had a lot of junk in the back of the property at the time, and that's what fueled the fire. And upon inspection of the property, I noted that he did have several units there. He was subleasing single-family residence. So I cited him for that. He's aware of it, and he was told that he had to turn the house back into a single-family residence and call me to do a reinspection. I was out there yesterday and day before yesterday, and I noticed that the tenants were still there. So, oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Let me back up. This is the one for the grass on the yard. So he doesn't have any grass on the yard to this day, and I have the pictures to show as proof. And I told him yesterday about that he needed to plant some sod, but he was trying to tell me that the tree wouldn't let the grass grow. So I say, well, you at least need to make an effort to try and plant it in, other areas. And I understood that sometimes it need a mixture of sun and shade, but the whole front yard is dirt. So he has yet to do so. So I'd like to submit the pictures for the record, first showing the defendant, and I do apologize the mix-up in the cases. But
Go
this
into
is
the
a sod
second-
case in reference to planting grass in the front.
Okay, show the pictures and you can get into the second case as well.
Para que vea. Son fotos de su propiedad del frente.
Oh my
Yes.
God, don't do it. Will he do his interpretation? He turned it
And I
down
posted
like
the
that.
property on February 22nd, 2018.
En febrero 27 del 2018
Good notice.
estuve en la propiedad yo.
He has a lot of grounds to cover for the
Bastante
sod,
terreno.
the
Es
front
un
yard.
All areas other than the driveway area, if he was going to improve that area. If he wasn't, and he was going to park on the swell, then he need to sod the whole thing until he makes a decision or in the future decides to do so. So, I mean, he doesn't have no grass. It's more grass on the swell than in his yard. So,
Nada de pasto. No hay
I mean, no grass, period,
no
in the
hay
yard.
pasto en ningún lado.
But I couldn't, get to the back.
It's really shaded. It's a really big
That's-
tree.
Yeah, it's a nice tree here.
I-
Un árbol muy
You
grande.
can,
Yeah, but I'm not an arborist or horticulturist, so I don't know what's, what he's, what explaining to me that it would stop the grass from it growing correctly.
No sé cómo puede ser eso.
But he need to make some improvements for sure,
Tiene que ser
some
una
landscape
mejora, por
improvements.
supuesto.
So I'll let him go ahead and explain why he hadn't planted,
Entonces,
not even a patch of grass.
I'll give him an opportunity to respond to both. Follow up with the second case.
Oh, you want the second case too? Okay, the second case, as I was saying, is that he was subleasing the property. Where in the heck? To two tenants
tienen
in
dos
two different areas of the property.
en la propiedad.
And I did an inspection on yesterday, and I talked to
Una inspección ayer.
both tenants on several occasions, and he's aware of that.
Incluimos en
But
dos
he has yet to turn the house back into a single-family residence today.
Yo le dije que tiene que
I'd like to
volver
submit
a
these
su
pictures
verano, su casa.
for the record also, showing both units. One is on the east side of the house, and which older gentleman is staying there, and
Y hay un señor
one is at the rear of the house, which was
que está en la parte de atrás.
also affected by the fire.
Que también fue afectado por el
And
fuego.
thereafter, from these pictures, when I did my inspection recently,
Hacer mi inspección.
the tenants came back and cleaned it up and it's staying there. The building official deemed it an unsafe building, but of course the city can't go and pull people out of the house. We could just do our job and post the property and make them aware of that they need not stay there, but they decided to stay there, and she's still staying there also. From the picture that I have, I guess you would call it an improvement because it looks much better than this photo, but no one still should be staying there because the walls are still show smoke smolder on the walls and everything. So I'd like to submit the photos for the record first showing the defendant.
Señales de humo. Y le muestro la foto. ¿Es la propiedad de usted? El lado oeste, el apartamento del lado
Sí,
oeste.
pero eso ya está remodelado todo.
Yes.
Él no ha entrado ahí ni ha visto eso.
That has been already remodeled, and he has not gone into that place.
Y la persona que había ahí se fue también.
And also the person who was there left already.
¿Ok? Vivía un americano y se fue.
An American lived and he left.
Special magistrate, if he left, it was today because he was there all the way up until
Porque si se
yesterday
fue,
afternoon.
dice, fue hoy día,
And
porque
if that was the
yes.
case, he should have called me to do a reinspection of that unit. So I find that far-fetched that guy is going that quick.
Y no es posible que alguien se pueda ir tan rápido.
Is
The
this the
first-
ceiling that I'm looking at?
That's the
complete-
rear unit he was renting out.
Esa que está viendo es la
To a
foto de
couple.
atrás, de la unidad que está atrás.
And you
Be-
said there's
that's-
nothing the
that's-
city can do in
that's-
this situation?
That's after the fire. It didn't look like that when they were first in there. That's after the fire. But I went over there yesterday, and it doesn't look nothing like that. The ceiling was falling in or whatever, so I guess they kind of cleaned up as much as they can.
En realidad ese lugar
You
lo
know,
han
but
limpiado bastante.
the city doesn't do evictions. So there's your answer for
La
that. The city's
no
not
hace-
gonna,
la ciudad no
uh,
saca a las personas.
you know, they told them that they need to leave, they should leave,
Se
but
les ha dicho
They're not
on-
gonna force them
right,
out.
Right, it's on them if they willing to stay there in a risky,
And risk that,
home.
and the risk the roof falling in on them.
Yeah, well, I'm not a building inspector, but you know the roof seems to be still stable inside
Bueno,
the place.
el techo de
Yeah.
adentro parece todavía estable.
But they're still there. I referred them to the Community Planning and Development Department for assistance, and they talked to Darling, the receptionist, yesterday, and she's supposed to be trying to help them with relocation assistance. This just happened maybe about 2 days ago. I'm sorry. So I don't know what the outcome of that actually was, because the tenant that's staying in the back unit, unfortunately, her husband is in a hospital, so she was not able to be at the property to show me inside her unit, other than that picture right there, and she couldn't give me any more updated information on the assistance from the Community Planning Development Department, and I haven't heard back from her. So
All right, sir,
Señor,
this is your property?
¿esa es su propiedad?
Sí.
Yes.
Do you understand the violation?
¿Entiende la violación?
Sí, yo entiendo la violación, pero bueno, no sé si hablar o oír las preguntas que usted me diga.
Well, yes, I understand the violation, but I don't know whether to speak or to answer your questions.
No, you can speak.
¿Puede hablar?
Mire, en la casa de adelante, en el patio que dice que no hay hierba, precisamente hay un poquito de hierba adelante nada más.
Well,
Ya
in
yo
the-
puse los sprinklers.
You have to slow down and allow the translator to translate.
In the front part of the house where he says there is no grass, actually there is some grass, and I installed sprinklers. Continúe.
Ya yo puse los sprinklers. Hay 2 oak trees. Hay una mata de aguacate.
Well,
Y hay 3 matas de coco.
there's 1 oak tree, 2 avocado plants, y el tercero,
Y 3 matas de coco.
and 3 coconut trees.
Por eso es que la hierba no crece.
That is the
Que
reason
no
why.
hay sol.
Un momentito. That is why there is no grass, because the sun does not get to the ground.
Otra cosa que yo dejo son las hojas de esos árboles. Yo no las recojo.
Another
Porque
thing.
eso sirve para abonar la tierra.
Un momentito. Another thing is I do not pick up the leaves, the dry leaves, because that is it helps the ground.
Estoy en contra de cementar las cosas.
I am against installing a cement floor.
Si nos damos cuenta la cantidad de cemento que ponen en el mundo, estamos destruyendo nuestro planeta
Un momentito.
y las
Un
cosas se
momentito.
inundan.
Un momentito. If we take into consideration the amount of concrete that the world is using, that is why I am against that.
Prefiero tener los árboles a tener hierba.
I
El
prefer,
árbol contribuye por el día, dan oxígeno, y por la noche dan oxígeno y por el día lo contrario,
un
¿no?
momentito, un momentito. Well, I prefer having the trees instead of having grass, because the tree contributes. During the day provides oxygen, and at night the opposite.
Pienso que eso es bueno para la naturaleza y para los seres vivos.
I think that is good
Soy
for nature.
incapaz de tumbar una planta o maltratarla,
You have to
o
slow
matar a un
down.
animal.
I think that is good, and I am incapable of mistreating a plant or an animal.
En la propiedad no hay basura. No hay hierba, de acuerdo, pero no hay basura.
There is no garbage in the property. There is no grass, for sure, but there is no garbage.
Con relación a los esfinces, yo estoy de acuerdo
And about the efficiencies, I agree.
en que se vayan los que no son familia mía.
Bueno.
Solamente 2 personas ahí son familia mía.
Un momentito. I agree for them to leave. There's only 2 of those people who are family members.
El americano, que no es familia mía, yo hablé con él y él se fue voluntariamente.
And the American, who is not my family, I spoke and he left on his own will.
Estas otras personas que están ahí, yo les renté a uno solo,
And these other people, I rented only to one of them,
Eric Rodríguez,
Eric Rodriguez.
y trató de dármele candela a la casa.
And he tried to set my house on fire.
Destruyó las conexiones eléctricas
He destroyed the electrical installations.
y posiblemente haya sido quien le dio candela a la casa
Want it-
o a la
want it-
parte de ellos.
want it. And possibly he was the one who started the fire to the house.
Me gasté 200 y pico de pesos en el cherry,
The shed cost me $200.
le pusieron un papel en la puerta, hice todos los trámites, después ellos dijeron que tenían un
Momentito.
problema de salidero, que era mentira.
Momentito. There was a paper placed on the shed, and I did all the paperwork needed. Hizo todos los trámites.
Tuve que dar 100 pesos más y cuando llegué a la corte, ellos mintieron bajo juramento porque hace 16 meses que no me pagan.
Momentito. I also spent another $100, and when I came to the court, they lied because ¿por cuántos meses no le pagan un momento? ¿Por cuántos meses?
16 meses.
I was not paid for 16 months.
Y le dijeron al juez que ellos me pagaban.
And
Y el juez le creyó.
Momentito. And they told the judge that I was being paid, and the judge believed them.
Dijeron que no habían puesto papel en la puerta y el juez le creyó.
And they said that they did not place a paper on the door, and the judge believed it.
Y siguen ahí.
And they're still
Yo ni
there.
le he cortado el agua ni le he cortado la luz. Y prendieron
Momentito,
fuego.
momentito, momentito. I did not cut off the service, not the water or electricity. Continue.
El agua y la luz yo no se la he cortado y la pago yo.
And I'm still paying it for that.
All right.
Special Magistrate,
Cuando llegó
Because,
el señor
what
ayer,
is that-
Guatiel,
1 second, sir.
has to do
Hold
with
on.
the case, eviction litigation. I mean, civil issue with Miami-Dade County doesn't have nothing to do with this zone prohibited use.
Bueno,
He's all over the place. That doesn't have
Yeah.
nothing to do with the matter at hand.
Yeah.
The people are still there. I talked to the guy yesterday afternoon, and he was standing right there.
Y él estaba ahí
Who was
parado.
there? The owner
Yes,
was there when you spoke to one of the
Yes.
tenants?
Estaba ahí
yes.
The one that he says that moved out?
As far as I know, ain't nobody moved out.
De lo que yo sé, nadie se ha mudado todavía.
Everybody's
Está ahí.
still there. And it's another one with him. That's the brother
Había otra
he's
persona
talking about.
que es su hermano.
Just came from, he told me himself, I came from New York, my brother stays here,
Dijo que
I'm
vino
staying with
de
my
New York, su
brother.
hermano.
Okay. Sir, let's stay with this case.
Bueno, vamos a enfocarnos en este caso.
You have allowed, or you're renting, you said they're a family. You turned this single-family home,
Se ha rentado
you
este lugar.
split it, and now you have
Y
tenants
este lugar, ahora usted tiene inquilinos en este lugar.
who are living there, and you
Y
said
están
that some of them are
viviendo ahí.
relatives,
Y algunos son
but,
parientes.
Sí, unos son parientes.
Yes, some are relatives.
okay. You are not allowed to rent out, basically are they separated? Or are
Yeah,
they-
you can't, they got these separate doors. You can't walk into the main house from neither one of these,
Okay.
Bueno, estas
So-called
unidades son
efficiencies.
separadas, no pueden entrar a la casa principal.
So essentially, you have turned this single-family home
Esencialmente, esta casa de una
into
familia
what,
la-
like a duplex,
Multifamily.
la
a
can- la
multi-family.
ha vuelto para
You have-
familias múltiples.
You have people living there, whether or not they're paying you
Tiene
or not,
gente
I'm not
que vive
sure.
allá, si paga o no, no lo sé.
yes, they're paying.
Mire, a esa casa no se le ha hecho modificación de ningún tipo.
That house has not been modified at all.
Solamente están cerradas la puerta donde están esas personas que viven.
Only
Sir,
the
based
doors.
on the officer's
Bueno,
testimony,
basado
you
en
do
el
have tenants
testimonio,
living on the property.
dice
And
que
based on the
usted tiene
pictures
inquilinos.
that he's shown me,
Tiene inquilinos. Basado
I
en
really
las
don't think
fotos,
anybody should
yo
be
creo-
living
yo
there.
creo que nadie
Because it
debe
doesn't
vivir
seem
ahí.
like after the house caught fire, that
Después
it's
de que la casa prendió
fully
fuego,
repaired.
tendría que ser completamente reparado.
So it
no,
could
es-
be a health hazard, it could be
Entonces,
a,
esto es un peligro para la salud.
Pero esas personas viven ahí bajo su riesgo.
Well, those
Yo
people,
no he podido sacarla.
Un momentito.
Él habló con ella y no
Momentito,
sale.
momentito. Those people are living under their own risk. I was not able to take him out myself.
Okay. You talked about a case that you have pending. Do you have a case pending where you're trying to evict the tenants?
¿Tiene un caso pendiente donde está tratando de desalojar a los inquilinos?
Bueno, yo pensaba que se fueran cuando le dieron fuego a eso.
Well, I thought they were going to leave when the fire started.
So he's saying two different things now.
I know.
But
I
they
know.
did not leave.
All right. And that could be a life safety issue as well.
Y también
They're
se puede
telling me-
Health
también,
and life
He
safety
could- he could-
issues.
He could
Un
get in
peligro contra
a
la
lot of
salud.
trouble if, that thing fall apart
If
and they
something
sleeping
falls,
in there or whatever.
yeah.
Si algo se cae,
So you're actually setting yourself up.
en realidad usted estaría poniendo en riesgo.
It's your property, then you need to do what
Pero ahora,
legally,
Es
you
su
need to take
propiedad.
the necessary legal steps
Es
to
su propiedad, tiene que
get
tomar
the
las
tenants
medidas
out and
legales
turn this
para sacar a
property
estas
back
personas
into a
y
single
volver esta
family, which is
propiedad
what it
en
was
una
meant
sola
to
familia
be.
que debería ser.
mire,
So-
señora jueza,
Your
yo he
Honor,
hecho todo lo posible porque esas personas se vayan.
I did all in my part for those people to leave.
Mire, hasta me han enfermado. a mí,
Even I
porque
became
no
sick.
puedo ni siquiera dormir tranquilo. ¿Cómo usted puede tener una persona? La persona está ahí, la que trató de encender mi casa.
Un momentito. I was not able to have a good night's sleep, knowing that the person who tried to set my house on fire is still living there.
Porque son delincuentes profesionales.
They are professional delinquents.
I'm
Entonces,
sorry.
Uno
I'm sorry,
que
Miss.
no delinque, entonces en ocasiones lo convierten en delincuente también.
Un momentito. And a person who is not a delinquent sometimes is turned into a delinquent.
Okay,
Ellos se saben
sir.
todas las leyes. Ellos se saben todas las leyes. Yo no.
Okay,
Special
last one.
magistrate.
What?
They also said that I just recollected that the reason he did, from what I heard from the tenants, filed for an eviction. They did go to a court hearing, but the judge denied it.
Bueno,
Ask him about that. The judge denied
el juez negó
his eviction
la evicción,
for-
el desalojo.
several different
Por
reasons.
diferentes
I don't know
razones.
exactly what the
Yo no
reasons
sé
were at
en
the
realidad
time,
cuáles son
but
las razones por las que el juez
had something to
negó
do
el
with the
desalojo.
monies
Un
and-
momentito. Because the judge believed them.
All right, sir. I'm not here to give you legal advice.
No estoy aquí para aconsejarle legalmente.
You're probably need to go speak to an attorney, hire counsel, whatever you need to do to get the tenants out.
Lo que sea para sacar
Basically,
estas
this
personas
is the
afuera.
violation.
Básicamente es una violación esto.
That's the violation that you have, is that you have these people living there. You turn the single-family home into a multi-family home, which is in violation of the city
Varias
code.
personas, y es una violación del código.
So my ruling is that I do find that the violation exists.
Existe una
I find in
violación.
favor of the
Estoy
city. I will enter an
fallando en
adjudication.
favor de la ciudad. Estoy entrando en
I'm giving you 30 days
adjudicación. Le estoy dando
to at
30
least get the
días.
process started to get
30 días
these
para
people
que
evicted from the
comience el
property.
proceso de desalojar a estas personas.
If you come back in 30 days and you show me that you started the process, if you need more time, I will give you additional time. But if I see nothing is being done,
No ha hecho nada,
especially in the condition that your property is after the fire,
después del fuego,
I'm finding that there is possible health and
entonces,
safety
sería un
issue.
peligro para la salud.
I will enter an
Entonces,
adjudication
voy a dar una adjudicación.
and it will be $150 per day
$150 por día.
if the situation is not resolved.
Si la situación no está resuelta.
And that's for the
Y eso es
CEZPU 2018-00006. As for the grass,
para el caso de los inquilinos. Ahora por el pasto,
I
As
don't
an
s-
option, the city does, I don't know, but the city does allow habitat gardens too, or habitat landscaping, so that's his only other option. If he
I
doesn't
was
wanna
gonna say,
plant-
what's this other option?
That's it.
Based on what I'm seeing here.
Yeah,
y estoy
that's it.
viendo cuál sería la
Habitat
otra
garden, like natural stuff, you plant natural stuff.
opción que puede
I don't know the plant
naturales.
names and all that, but that is an option.
Because he seems like a earthy guy. He
Right,
looks
right,
like
right.
he wants to.
You need to improve
Save
it, that's
the-
it.
Que usted es una persona natural.
He has to do something. He can't just leave it there dirt, the whole front yard dirt, and you got residents around him, like, got nice homes and stuff like that.
All right, let me reset it for 30 days, this part, and let me see, when we come back in 30 days, let's see what you've done. Explain to him as to, how he can care for the front of the property, so that when we come back in 30 days, then that I can at least see that he's trying to improve the landscape of the property, that it's not as bare and.
And if he want to choose that option, he can visit the Community Planning and Development Department, and they can further explain to him his options with that.
Explain that to him. I don't think you heard because he was talking over the officer. Yeah. Wait, sir. Go ahead, officer.
If he want, he can visit the Community Planning Department, which is right next door, and ask for his options as far as the habitat garden planting.
Ellos les pueden dar opciones acerca de lo que se llama habitat garden, cómo plantar en ese lugar.
Okay. You understand, sir?
Permiso, ¿puedo hablar?
Can I speak?
¿Puedo hablar?
Can I speak?
Sure.
Seguro.
Mire, cuando hicieron la acera a la ciudad, porque ahora voy para la ciudad, cuando hizo la acera a la ciudad, dijo que iban a poner hierba en todo el frente. Y nunca lo hicieron.
When the city built the sidewalk, they said that they were gonna place grass on that area, but they never did.
Okay. All right. Talk to Officer Clark
Hable con el oficial
about that.
sobre eso.
Okay?
¿De
No,
acuerdo?
porque él ahora se está quejando que yo no tengo hierba en mi propiedad.
Bueno.
Ellos han violado eso, nunca han plantado hierba ahí que la iban a plantar.
Well, he is complaining that I don't have a grass in my property. They have not planted grass when they built the sidewalk.
Okay.
Y
There's
otra
grass
cosa,
on the swell,
hace años-
besides where he puts his
hace años
trash.
que tengo documentado porque tengo fotos.
All right. It seems like he has a lot to say about the city. What's the last thing that he said? We got to wrap up, sir. You see all these folks sitting there? I got to hear their cases too. So,
Que tengo que escuchar, dice la jueza.
okay?
Okay.
All right, sir. Good luck to you. If you don't understand something, speak to the officer. He referred you to one of the departments that may be able to help you, especially as it relates to the front of the property.
El oficial que le guíe qué es lo que tiene que hacer.
Ya lo que trata es de joderme, no de guiarme.
Well, the officer he's not here to help me. He's here to cause me problems.
All right.
So both of them, April 3rd, 150.
150 is for the first one, the one with the multifamily house.
And then
The second.
No,
Which one is
the-
first? Which one is second?
Yeah, the second one, CEZPU, was 150.
CZPU 150, CESOD, which has to do with the front of the property, reset. Okay.
Item number 50, Officer Edmund Fitzel, customer Cleveland. Case number CEBPR 2017-0045.
Good evening. Please state your full name in relationship to the property.
My name is Scott Winkle. I'm the owner's architect.
Thank you, sir.
My name is Alfonso Canales. I'm the contractor.
Okay.
My name is Edmund Fitzel, City of North Miami Code Enforcement Officer. This property's already been adjudicated. Property was posted with notice to appear, and notice to appear was mailed out on February 22nd. As of today, the permits have been denied. And
Okay.
this has been cited since November of last year.
Okay. Sir?
We've been working for some time to get our permit. It's a slightly complicated project. We filed our plans maybe a month or so ago. We received comments, and as of today, we've resubmitted the plans. There's only maybe half a dozen comments, and we addressed them, and we submitted the plans back today for review. So we're hoping to have our permit very soon.
Okay. You said it was adjudicated? Huh?
Nope.
I don't see that.
Nope.
No, I thought it was last month. I mean, 2 months ago, I wasn't here, but
No.
the city would like to have adjudicated an abatement date is then.
All right.
This has been going on since, March of last year. February of last year, March of last year. I've been in touch with Mr. Winkle several times, and
Yes, we've been before you, before we became aware or my client became aware of the 50% rule, and he totally cut back on the amount of construction, so we redid all our plans. We resubmitted it with new cost affidavits, and we're just a couple comments away from being through.
All right. And how much time are you asking?
I think 30 days is fine. I mean, yeah.
All right. Because of how long this case have been pending, I will enter an adjudication. I will
Would
work
please-
with
I don't
you
know
in
what
terms of.
adjudication means.
Basically, it's saying that I find that the violation does exist. I find that in favor of the city, enter the adjudication basically to get the case moving. And if I don't see this case being worked on, or you're making any progress, then I enter a daily fine amount that in the future, if you come back within 30 days and nothing is being done on the case, then you will start accumulating a daily fine.
Right.
That's what it means, that, if I enter an adjudication. But I usually, if I see there's progress and you guys are working on the case, then I will allow you more time.
I have the final comments right here. They're pretty, but not that they're not appropriate at this moment. But
Excuse me, if I may.
I'm sorry.
Has it been resubmitted today, you said?
Yes.
So all the comments have been addressed?
Yes.
Okay.
So you think
I
30
mean,
days
If it
is
gets denied
sufficient?
again, it won't be 30 days, but I mean, if it passes this time, then it should go through.
Okay. All right. So come back, or do you want them to contact you?
Correct. I've
And
been in
if they
touch with
need
Mr.
more
Winkler
time-
several times already.
Okay. I will set it for 30 days.
That's fine.
But if you stay in contact with Officer Fitzell and you need more time, he can grant you more time. Otherwise, I will see you back here in 30 days. But if there's nothing going on, basically you guys are not doing your part to move this case along, then the daily fine amount is $150.
We understand.
Okay. Any questions? No?
No.
All right. Thank you, sir. Good luck to you.
Item number 51, Officer Dessalines, customer Laura Lee Murray, case number CEGMP 2017-00087.
Good evening. Please state your full name in relationship to the property.
Laura Murray, and I own the property.
Say that one more time.
Laura Murray, and I own the property.
Laura Marie. Okay, I'm looking at the wrong file. What page?
51.
51. Okay. Got it.
Sophia Dessalines, City of North Miami Code Compliance Officer. On December 9th, opened the violation for the property awnings, the roof, and the exterior of the property that need to be painted. From the 9th of December till today, nothing has been done. We post a notice to appear on the 23rd of February at 2 p.m. on the property. For this case, I don't have a picture because I took a couple pictures, but it's they're not clear. In order for me to take a clear picture to bring to the court, I have to go inside the yard of the property because the distance from the street to the property, when you take the picture, it's not clear, so it's like useless. So I didn't bring the picture.
All right, ma'am.
Yes. I didn't understand what she said. I don't know anything that happened on December 9th. The notice that I got said that my house needed to be pressure washed and painted. The house was painted 1.5 years ago. It does not need to be repainted. If I need to pressure wash the roof, that's fine. I'll do that. It needs to be specified. And I don't have stuff in my yard, so I don't know what she's talking about.
I did not say anything about the yard. I said the awnings on the property and the roof that need to be pressure washed and painted.
All right. Well.
If you want me to bring picture, you can postpone it for next month, and I'll get our officer to go over there, or she could give me access to come closer to the property to take a picture to show her what I'm talking about.
The
Or we
awning-
could meet at the property as well. I could show her what needs to be done.
My schedule doesn't allow me to be home during the day. My awnings were painted with the house, and I don't feel the need that they need to be repainted. If my roof needs to be pressure washed, that can be taken care of.
All right. So the roof needs to be pressure washed.
Yes, and the
Okay.
awnings.
And the awnings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Get it done, and I'll table it for you. Get it done. Call the officer so she can come back and inspect it. And if it's clean, then she'll take it off calendar.
And her phone number would be on the notice?
She's
There
gonna give
is.
you have a card? You have a card to give her?
I'll give her my contact, yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Item number 59.
Item number 59, Marie Gillen Woods.
Item number 59, for the record, this is permit number CEB PR 2017-00163. The owner is Marie A. Gilsane Woods. The address is 760 Northeast 147th Street. Officer Ernst Baptiste.
Good evening, sir. Please state your full name for the record.
Good evening. My name is Dudley Allen Mayard. Marie Woods is my mother.
Okay. I heard that.
I'm Baptiste, City of Miami, Code Enforcement Officer. This is a case that was open for building without permit. Case was open back in November 18, 2017. Property was posted on February 22nd, 2018. Took picture, checked the record, no permit on file.
Okay.
This is it taken down. The boards was on here. When I received the letter, I called them to tell them I received a letter from the city, something, I don't know. But
Sir, speak into the mic because it's not being recorded if they can't hear you.
Okay, I was
Give him an opportunity to finish present his
okay.
Let him present his case, and then I'll give you an opportunity to respond. Okay?
Okay.
But make sure that you speak into the mic
Yes,
so
ma'am.
that it's recorded.
Yes.
Okay.
That is a patio in the back that was enclosed.
Okay. I was wondering, what is it? Okay. All right. Okay, sir, this is your property?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you understand the violation?
Sort of.
Okay, explain to me what's going on here.
Okay, I'm assuming that the permit is about the back being enclosed without a permit.
Correct.
Okay, this is the first of us hearing of this, but also the picture that you have in your hand now, that's the board been taken off. So all the wood that was on the back, they actually removed it, and you can see it on the side on the picture. So it's not on there anymore. So they removed it, so they don't. I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out.
It is still unclosed though. It's
This was taken just yesterday. What's
Yes.
today? The
Yes.
7th. That was taken yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it was closed. Okay, look at the picture, and you can see the bars. That's the inside. On the outside was where the wood was against it from the outside. So they removed all of the wood, so it won't be enclosed anymore. So it can be outdoor the way it's supposed to be. That's why you can see the bars. Before you couldn't see the bars because it was enclosed with the plywood, but they removed all the plywood.
It is still enclosed though, because there were plywood on both sides.
No, the plywood is on the outside.
What you're looking at right now?
Yeah, that's the interior of it. That's the inside.
Yeah, but this is done
I'm all
without permit.
confused. I'm
This
sorry.
is done. This is done without permit. Those
No,
wood.
The interior.
Yeah.
The interior. That's the interior of the house, of the back patio. It's not enclosed
The
anymore.
back patio was open at one point, right?
Yes, it's still, yes, and then they closed
And then
it.
they put some bars, and then on both sides of the bars, they put plywood.
No, plywood was on the outside of the bar, and that's what they removed.
The picture is depicting.
Okay, let me pass you guys the picture because you guys are discussing this picture and I cannot understand what either of you are saying.
Okay, I see the wood that he's referring to, but what I'm saying is that that's on the inside of the home and not the outside. The plywood that's on there is on the interior. You want that removed? Is that what you're saying?
Is it a patio?
Yeah, this is a patio.
Okay.
No, it's
so I cannot see inside. Where did it have a what is it called?
No
A
screen,
clear
no.
Okay, so it had a clear screen, right? Why do I say
Well,
a
an
clear
open
screen?
patio.
It had a screen, or was it just an open patio with
it had
no
a
screens, nothing?
It had a screen.
It had a screen,
Yeah.
but I can't see it now. You put something else like panels.
They put the wood to protect it from the hurricane.
But did you enclose the patio?
It always
Did
been
you-
enclosed with the bars. There always been a closed patio. It always been a closed patio with a screen. Because of the hurricane, they just put a little board in the inside of it so they wouldn't get wet because it's a patio that has their furniture and stuff, in there. So it's an enclosed patio. So they put plywood for rain, for hurricane, for protection.
Okay, but we're not in hurricane season.
So that's
are we?
what I'm saying. This is the first time I'm hearing of it. That's what I'm asking.
So you're
do-
saying that it's not nailed to the wall. These are things that you can just
Yes.
take
Remove,
down.
yes.
You just remove them,
Yes.
and then the patio is back to
Yes.
an open
Yes.
area.
Yeah.
Well, they need to do some more removing then, because those you're looking at, it's enclosed. It's something that you cannot see the wall of the house from.
No,
from
that's what I'm talking to him about. It had the mesh screen, and because of the hurricane, they just put up the
plywood
on the inside. What
Yeah.
he's saying that it's not built in, it's not nailed down.
It is.
The outside one was nailed in. That's the one we removed already. You see it on the side of the picture? You see on the side all that's plywood on the side?
Okay, so now I see what you're saying. All these here were also on the outside. Is that why
Yes.
all these panels are there?
Yes.
Okay. So what
they
you're saying,
already removed it.
you're starting to remove it now. You need to remove all the panels.
If you guys are telling me to, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. This is my first notice of me being
So we need the panels removed.
Yes.
And we need you said the plywood on the inside of the screen, right?
Yeah.
So we need the panels that are
Removed.
on the inside of the screen removed as well.
Okay. Yes.
Because he needs to be able to see right through.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because right now it looks like you guys have an enclosure, which you're not supposed to have. Is that?
Yes, you can have it unless unless.
But
you
it
go
has
and
to
get
be
a
done
permit.
right.
Yes.
It has to be done up to code.
Okay,
Because you
so-
didn't pull a permit to do it, and you're telling me that it's not nailed down, it's not.
Yes.
It can just be taken down.
Yes,
So that's
correct.
what he needs you to do.
Okay, how much time can we have to get that done, ma'am?
I mean,
30 days.
all right, I'll give you 30 days to get it done because you're telling me it's not nailed down. So I don't know.
That's fine.
Mhm.
So,
It should
what, I
be-
call you and you
Yes.
can do a reinspection?
Yes.
Do I have to come back or no?
No, if you remove it, and I'm satisfied with what you did, you don't have to
Okay.
come back.
All right. Thank
Okay, so call the officer when it's done, and then he can take it off calendar if
Thank
it's
you,
done
ma'am.
up to par. Okay, thank you, sir. Good night.
Item number 70, Officer Shannon Sanders, Customer Ray Miller, case number CEGMP 20170079.
Good evening, sir. Please, ma'am, please state your full name and relationship to the property.
I'm Ryan Miller. I'm the son of the property owner.
Okay.
And I'm Marjorie Miller. I'm the mother of the property owner
Okay.
who is deceased.
Oh, okay. My condolences.
Shanna Sanders, City of North Miami Code Compliance Officer. This is a case for reports of previous compliance. Just to give you a refresher, it was for general maintenance of the property in general, for the roof that needed repairs, the walls that needed pressure cleaned, fascia boards that needed replaced. As she already stated, her son passed away a few months ago, and we gave her an extension. I recall her stating that they were going through something with the insurance, or maybe it was in probate or something. I really don't remember. But as of today, they did do some cutting back of trees and some landscaping, but the house still remains in need of some more repairs. But again, they're waiting for some insurance claims to come through. But if you would like, I'll let them give testimony on it. I do have pictures of what the property looks like before and what it looks like as of today and on the 23rd. But again, I'll let them explain what's going on with the insurance and stuff.
All right.
All right, we have an insurance adjuster that's going to be over there, I believe, the end of next week. We got a private one because we're fighting with the insurance companies, of course. So he's supposed to be there either the end of next week or the beginning of the following week. And then we're signing all the papers with him, and he's going to fight with the insurance company. We just found out recently that because my son didn't get his own insurance, the mortgage company got the insurance. So to get any information was like you trying to get into Fort Knox by knocking on the door. So we finally found the insurance papers. So we have the insurance adjuster now who's going to be handling it for us.
Okay.
So that we can get the roof and house painted and all that stuff done, because there was a lot of damage from the hurricane. We had trees that fell on the roof and everything.
All right. So this matter was previously adjudicated. You said there will be there next week, end of the week?
Yeah, either end of the week or the first part of the week after. The insurance adjuster will be there.
Okay.
And then he's going to fight with the insurance company.
Well, that's going to take a while.
Yes.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, it's going to take
But we're
a
still
while.
doing the yard stuff in the meantime.
I mean, the house is a mess, and I am getting complaints from the neighbors. I'm willing to give them time. I can't really say how much. I'll let you see pictures, and you judge on what you think. But I don't know. Once the insurance adjuster comes, how long that's gonna take, and then still have to get permits. It seems like the front of the roof is caving in.
So there's no one living there at this time?
Yes, he's living there.
You're living there?
Yeah, we have the.
Do they have tarp?
We have a tarp on the roof. The part that's falling down is it's not the fascia board, but it's the part underneath. I don't know what that's called. What is that called?
That's okay, because I couldn't remember screen door just now. So.
Okay. But at any rate, it's because the fascia board is the front, right, and the other is what's underneath.
Okay.
After the roof, at the hangover.
There you go.
The roof hangover. Okay.
Yeah, and it's right in front of the property. I mean, I'll be bold enough to say this house was in this condition before the hurricane. It's been like this for some time since I've been in that zone. I think they transferred me over there about 2 years ago, February. So we're a little over 2 years. It's been like that. It got a little worse since the hurricane, but this has definitely been going on before Irma.
These were taken in February?
Yes.
All right. So you're obviously in need of the insurance money to be able to make the necessary repairs.
Right.
So did you guys go through probate? Why is it still printing under your dad's name?
We haven't finished going through that yet.
We haven't had the money to hire a probate lawyer.
Yeah. And she told me it would take 3 to 6 months to go through probate. So it's like, it's been crazy is the understatement.
And then that would be my concern because it's still in probate, would they even be able to, do anything with the insurance adjuster since the house is showing in someone else's name, even though he's deceased, and then with the permitting and everything, it's going to be months.
Well, the
before.
mortgage was in my son's name and his ex-wife's name.
Mhm.
So according to the insurance adjuster, we'll be able to use her because she's on the mortgage.
Okay.
That's my understanding so
Let's-
far.
Can I see the file
It
back?
has
Let's see
been
what
really,
it's showing.
Okay. All right, this is a tough one.
Yeah, because here I'm only showing Ray Miller. None that I ever remember seeing a wife or any woman at all listed on this
She may
property,
not be
but,
on the deed,
you
but
know.
she's saying that she's on
Yeah,
the
she's
mortgage.
on the mortgage.
It happens.
Yeah.
She's on the mortgage, but not on the deed.
Right.
Okay. So technically, the insurance company can send a check to her,
Mhm.
and that's your mom.
Yeah. it's
Okay.
his mother.
All right. Whew. All right. Well, we have an adjudication.
Yeah.
I'll give him
I mean, I
more
don't want an
time.
extension. Yeah, I mean, I know they're working on it, and this is something that fell on their lap. I've spoke with them many times. I think even the brother as well, the son. I'm willing to give them time. I'll let you determine how much.
Yeah. In the meantime, can you just paint the fascia board, or does he need to wait to fix the roof before he's able to paint the fascia board?
I would even say, yeah, at least that'll help because pressure. I don't know if you want even pressure clean because, a pressure cleaner. That might do a little damage to it if you put some pressure to that because it's already
Yeah.
kind of falling. But at least I don't know, maybe a couple
We
of
could
coats of
paint
paint. May
So it
help.
would look better
Yeah.
until we can get the thing redone.
Right.
Okay.
So do that.
Okay.
Okay, I'm giving
Yeah.
you guys 60 days.
Thank you very much.
All right. Best of
Oh,
luck.
the other question I have, when you send the notice, it would come in my son's name? And if we don't sign for it, because something's been coming in his name, and nobody's been home to sign for it.
They keep sending it back
So
to
they
the post office.
send it back to the post office, and we can't get it out of the post office
Because
we're
it's
not
in
Ray
his
Miller.
name. Right.
Yeah,
So
and
I don't know
I
if
am
that's-
showing that. I am showing the letters have been coming back, and
Oh, okay. All right.
yeah, I'm definitely showing that we have a few letters every
Okay,
time we
good.
mail.
So
They've
that
been
is
coming
what
back.
it is.
Yes.
Okay.
mhm.
So can we find out from you when our next court date will be?
It depends upon how long she states, and
Yeah.
May 2nd.
It'll be when?
May 2nd.
May 2nd? Okay. Now, my other question, is there any way to be at the top of the calendar?
Yeah,
This
change
is
your
why I live in Homestead, and I've got to drive in the dark through all that traffic between here and Homestead.
Understood.
Change
It's-
the name to numbers. Be the first one at all time. That's the trick.
I thought you're doing it in terms of how they sign in when they come in.
No, we were the
No?
fourth one signing in.
The order of the agenda.
That was the whole
Confusing if
problem.
I have to write the number down.
Really?
see, I thought the same thing.
I think we should do it in terms of how they come in.
Oh, that would be
'Cause-
great, because we were
It's
here
not
at
gonna work.
5:30.
Huh?
It's not gonna work because look, it's by the highlighted ones.
All right. Thank you guys.
Okay, thank
We're
you.
working on it.
Yeah.
We'll
Nice
figure
night.
it out.
It is. No, Homestead. It depends on traffic.
Who's next?
Item number 72, Officer Dessalines, customer Robert Illis, case number CEGMP 20170086.
Good evening, sir. Please state your full name in relationship to the property.
Michael Ellis.
Michael.
His son.
Thank you, sir.
Sophia Dessalines, City of North Miami Code Compliance Officer. This violation was issued for the paint. I mailed out the violation on December 9th for the property that needs to be pressure washed and paint. I spoke to, I think I spoke to him I think the day I want to post the notice to appear on the 23rd. He did explain to me, or he needs just more time because I issued him a couple more violations. He actually working on them. But for this one, he just want a couple more time, which I'm okay with as long as he's in the process of getting it done. So it will be up to you to know how long time you will offer him to fix it. I have pictures in case you want to see it so you could debate it.
Yes, please. Okay. All right. Sir?
Yeah.
Anything you want to add?
I just need some time. Basically, my father's deceased. When I took over the property, it's a lot of damage. It's a lot of stuff I got to do. I'm by myself, so you could give me some time. I could get the job done, get it paid.
Okay. All right. My apologies. My condolences on your dad's passing. Let's see. So basically, he needs to pressure clean and paint the entire exterior?
Yeah.
The entire house, or are we talking about the
mean,
the
everything.
fence?
The whole
Everything?
house.
Okay.
Plus,
That's
you
a
know,
big
take-
job. You're gonna
yeah,
do
yeah.
this yourself? Or you're hiring somebody
No,
to
I
do
gotta
that?
hire somebody. Just like I was explaining to her, I don't have the money right now. I'm on child support. I'm trying to do it all, and it's hard right now. And I just, I'm just trying to take it day by day. Going through with the hurricane, and I remember the first paperwork she was telling me about the fence and stuff. I did that. Kept the front yard and everything clean. The edges, cut down the trees, or whatever I could do, basically, to keep it clean. I just need some time to really paint it because you can't just rush. I don't want to rush it and just, I want to really take my time and really fix it right. So, if you guys could give me a good enough time, I could get the job done.
Okay. I can give you 60 days, but if this case come back before me, I expect that it's done, that the job will be done within the 60 days that I allow you. Okay? Otherwise, I'd have to enter an adjudication and give you 90 days. But I am going to rule against you if I have to give you 90 days. So pick your poison. You want 60 days and have it done by the time you come back here, or you want me to enter an adjudication and give you 90 days?
I think I might need a 90.
90 days?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I enter an adjudication I find in favor of the city. 90 days. In the 90 days, if you come back and the job is not done, you know that there will be a daily fine. Okay? $50. So it's in your best interest to get it done within the 90 days. Okay?
Thank you.
Good luck to you, sir. Here's the
Item
photo.
number 75,
Photo.
Officer Sanders, customer Tarquino Yanes. Case number CESSP 2018-0007.
Take your time. And she can sit down if you're going to be speaking on, on her behalf. Huh? Okay. You prefer to stand? No problem. Please state your full name for the record in relationship to the property.
My name is Cecilia Llanes. I am the other Cecilia Llanes' daughter.
Okay.
And she's the property owner with my dad.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, now we'll
Do you
try.
need a Spanish translator?
No, I speak English.
Okay. All right.
Shanna Sanders, City of North Miami Code Compliance Officer. This is the new case for storm shutters that are placed on the windows of the property. It was originally cited on January 5th, sent out a notice of violation a couple of times on the 9th, sent another one on the 18th. As of today, the storm shutters still remain on the windows. Literally, I look and I'm seeing some of them are literally chained down. I'll let the property owner, or her daughter explain, but as of today, I do show that the storm panels still remain on the windows, and I have pictures if you would like to see.
Okay.
Well, what happened was that during one of the storms, I have a massive pine tree out in the front of the property. During one of the storms, a huge limb came down and fractured the one that's chained down. My father put nuts and bolts on the other ones, on the side ones, and I can't get them on because now they're rusted on. So I'm here between the rusted one and the one that's broken. The other side of the property doesn't have any shutters, so there's nothing impeding those windows. In case of a fire or whatnot, we do have 2 exit doors where they could exit out. The shutter on my bedroom window, that one's actually up and open. It's just my father. We were having issues when we moved in, where once, twice a year, people will come knock on his bedroom window at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning asking for money. So as a security thing, he brought it down
Bolted.
and he bolted it. So now it's rusted on there and I can't get it up.
You may have to hire a professional with the right tools to unscrew it, right? Is it screwed? Or?
Yeah, it's like a bolt. Yeah, it's
Bolt.
like screwed on.
Yeah. You may not be able to do it yourself, but I'm sure that you can hire someone to come in with the right tools to be
Well-
able to do that, because isn't that a safety hazard as well? Fire hazard maybe?
Yes, and
It
it's
is.
against our city ordinance. It states that, 5 days after the official hurricane season, that shutters, boards, panels need to be removed. So yes, it is against our city
And these are one of the
ordinance.
permanent ones too, right? Are these the ones that are lifted, or
Yeah,
is the
these
one you
are
removed?
awnings. These are
Okay.
the ones that come down. So
Yeah.
technically, they're not shutters; they're awnings. According to the insurance, they're awnings. So they
Okay.
could come up and come back down.
Okay.
I was explaining to Ms. Shauna just a few minutes ago. We are working with a contractor to remodel the property. We just started. I'm meeting with an architect next week. So within 18 months to 2 years, the Charlie C windows will be completely gone. We're gonna be putting in hurricane impact windows. So we won't have this issue with the awnings or anything like that anymore.
That's good, but except we cannot wait 2 years to fix this problem
I know,
here.
I know.
So I'm gonna give you 30 days to get it done.
okay.
I hope I don't see you and your mom and your aunt here.
Am I awning? Okay.
And your aunt here.
Now, can we, the
And-
one that is broken, is there any way we could leave that one down? Do you give us permission to do that?
No.
No. When you say it's broken, meaning that it cannot be lifted, or you said it's just bolted down and you
No,
just
that
need
one
some.
is broken. That one is, well, we chained it down in case of any future hurricanes, because that one was actually brought down by a branch and shifted to the side.
Okay.
And on
Okay.
top of that, those windows, they have bars, so in case of a fire, that's another issue.
All right.
No,
The
no,
answer to that is no?
Yeah, no, it can't remain on the window, especially because it's the front window.
Okay.
No.
All right. So get your contractor or someone to fix it, lift it. I'm giving you 30 days.
Okay,
Okay?
okay.
Good luck to you guys.
Thank you. You too. Good night.
Thank you. And thank you guys. Have a good night. Thank you. Yes, let's take a 5-minute recess.